Hi, I'm Air Quotes. Is your faction boring? Join the funnest faction in Torn City, the Resolute. We are non-toxic, highly active completionists. We have ranked wars weekly for fun and profit. Join the Resolute. We started from 5k nothing and chained well over 1 million respect in less than a year. We are the Resolute. We have great perks, good friends, good times. Join the Resolute today. Ranked war guests are welcome. Join the Resolute.
Stig is a Python developer and is capable of creating tools which will benefit your faction. Now that Yada has gone pay to win, you can get yourself a bot with features including verification, giveaway, merc and revive contracting, member tracking, ranked war tracking, armory tracking, stock market monitoring, bazaar tracking, mug bots, and much more. Nearly anything imaginable is able to be made. Stig has worked with top factions, including but not limited to Chain Reaction, Gila, Damage Inc., and Shadow Healers. Contact Stig today to get a quote on your very own Discord bot. That's No1 Irish Stig, ID 2648238. Feedback thread is in the Discord forum.
This is an emergency broadcast alert. There has been a confirmed detonation of a radioactive bomb within Torn. We urge all residents to remain calm and listen to Torn Underground podcasts.
I'm sure many of you have noticed my profile pic has been in rage mode for a few weeks. There is a good reason for it. Xanti and his faction thought they could threaten and bully me. However, his threats were empty. You do not mess with somebody like me. You threaten me. You damn well better back it up, or else you will be regretting it tenfold! After Dead was bullied for nearly a week straight, he had reached his breaking point. He knew something had to be done. Xanti and his faction thought they could bully him due to their mass amount of wealth and strength, but they were wrong. Dead thought of a plan to get his revenge and hopefully make the bullies think twice before harassing someone that's innocent. As Dead walked out of his house, his mother concernedly said, "Dead, what is wrong, my dear?" Dead replied, "Nothing, mother. There's something important that must be done. You may never see me again." She shook. "You're my only son, Dead? What do you mean?" Dead replied, "I need to do this. This is for the future of the city. I need to set an example and show what the defenders of justice is all about." Dead rushes out the door. His mother cannot stop him. Dead then transforms outside of his house so his mother does not have to see the terrifying being her son has just become. He approaches Xanti, looking down at him. "Remember me?" Dead said in a demonic voice with a twisted smile. Xanti stutters.
No.
"Well, I'll make sure you never forget me, punk!" Dead begins to laugh like the Joker uncontrollably. Ha 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 ha! Xanti gets on the ground and exposes his soft belly.
Please, don't do this,
said Xanti. Dead snapped back in a demonic voice. "Get up! You look like a pathetic fool! You're supposed to be Torn's top faction leader! Act like one!" Xanti slowly gets up from the ground and begins to sob a bit and says,
"Oh, okay."
Xanti regains some of his composure and says,
"Please, Mr. Dead, don't do this." My faction has been working so hard to get the fastest 100 K chain. Please don't do this.
Dead sighs and says, "Don't beg me like a sniveling child. Man up! You have made a mistake messing with me, and now your faction will be paying for it." Dead is getting infuriated with Xanti's pleas, so he knocks out Xanti and shoves the dirty bombs up his ass. Dead flies above PT's family faction location and squeezes the bomb out of his ass and says, "Eat my shit! You have done this to yourselves!" And scene.
I can't do that again.
That was great. That was perfect.
Oh my god.
We did
That
it.
has to be the cringiest shit I have
That
ever
was the
done in my
first
life.
fucking try. We fucking did it, boys.
Oh,
Oh.
you did or not, I couldn't do it again.
Oh. Holy shit.
I can't do it again. No, that's
No, it's great.
by far. That's
We're doing
the
it.
cringiest shit ever. Yeah.
You guys don't get an Oscar for that. It's rigged.
Yeah.
That was literally
That's exactly how Zanny sounds, anyways. So that's Zanny. Zanny has a very, very mild voice. That's exactly how he sounds.
No, seriously though, everybody listen to us. You have to give us credit for that, because I think in my first try, I got through the first 2 sentences and I kind of fucked up a word, so I started over, and then that was the second attempt right there, and we did it. So
Yeah, I
that
couldn't do it again.
that is how I imagine Dead intended for this to be read in everybody's head.
What's so pathetic is in his deepest, darkest power fantasy, he still lives with his mom.
Dude, why would he admit
Notice there's
that?
Oh my
dad in
god.
He's 31
That's
years
hilarious.
old. Dude, he's 31. I don't know why you're putting it out there. He's making this all public. Why are you doing that, bro? Like, well, he's doing this to himself.
That's honestly why I didn't post anything. Well, first of all, we were busy doing the 100K, but I didn't post anything until page like 20 of that thread, because it was a mix of people roasting him mostly, but I was just waiting for him to mess himself up, and Sugar Valves did that for us. Thank God for Sugar Tits, because he put out that article, and I'll be honest, I was a little nervous about the article because I wasn't sure when he asked me for a quote how that was going to go.
Right.
But I think it went about as good as it could have gone, because it finally got the truth out. And here's the thing: what I'm hearing from other people is that more and more people are coming out with their stories about him. So, yeah, it's funny and all, but this guy's a real creeper. Like, he's a real piece of shit.
That's a good thing to get out right at the beginning. He's an actual piece of shit.
Yeah. I mean, he's an absolute trash human being. A waste of good breathable oxygen. And so more and more people getting their stories out about him, because, I mean, it's not like he's a new player. He's been around for a while.
And that's why we have the post that's proving, because the reason we know he's 31 is because in 2015 he posted how he's 26, and in that post he's trying to lure females into talking to him.
Yeah, females of that were, well, of him being 26, that were 11 years younger than him.
Oh my! So that's 15. So do with that information what you will. That's all we can say.
Part is that, yeah, for sure, because I don't want to get in trouble off platform. But that has been around. That thread's been around since, 2018. So is how long that thread's been around. So that information's been out there. It's been graveyard, so it's been hard to find. But now this thread will forever link back to that thread so people can be reminded what kind of dude this guy is.
Yeah, for real. I almost want to just like write, in the beginning here, read some quotes from this guy so everybody knows like everything we're saying about this guy is actually like justified and we're not just being dicks for no reason. Like this is justified.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And anybody's open to contacting me in game, and I'll send you links to the threads that are there that are unedited by Bogey. The one from 2018, Bogey edited today. There was a screenshot of something that was a little bit spicier that he took out, but the rest of the conversation is there, and I'm happy to send somebody a link. Anybody that wants to contact me, a link to that conversation.
I think a good way to start it off would actually be to say like the lightest thing this guy has said, and it still like makes him a piece of shit, right?
Sex starter.
Yeah, to start it off of the things this guy said, I'm gonna start with something that's actually like the least bad thing he said, but like it still makes him a piece of shit. Like that's how bad it's gonna get. So we're gonna start off light here. This guy has a post for meeting torn folks IRL. This was in 2019, and he says, "If any females, and then in parentheses, not fat, want to meet up, I would not be opposed to it." Everything about that is weird.
He's got a type, I guess.
And I would not like. Also, just never mind the first part. The last part, I would not be opposed to it. That's why. That's like, I'm sure you wouldn't, dude. Like, I don't know. It's just a weird way to fucking say it.
I mean, Reddit is full of nice guy stories, and I'm sure half of them are written about death.
Oh, God. Yeah.
And, well, I mean, and then there's what he said to Alexa, that I posted in that thread. So, I mean, you can see a pattern of behavior. But, then his comments during elimination of like wanting to offer up the most beautiful female on his elimination team to one of the other limb leaders,
because he thinks he has the right to other women's body. There you go.
Right.
I mean, what more do you fucking need after that? He thinks he has the right over a woman he doesn't even know his body.
Just women are property in general.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, I am not like third wave feminist, like simp kind of guy. Like I'm an equal rights guy, but like a piece of shit is just a piece of shit.
Yeah. You know what I think I'm ready for after nailing the first part? I'm going to do his rap.
What?
You know that rap he posted? Baby. You ready for this shit? All right.
I liked you before. I don't know if I like you anymore.
Disclaimer. I am white.
You better make it fire.
Disclaimer, I am white. So like what like don't set the bar too high for what you're about to hear, okay?
Drop some sick beats, my guy.
You gotta throw in enough us, and then you're ready. I am dead. You better not dread. I will make you take meds because I hit you on your head. Getting away and pulled over because I speed. Filled up with the cops with lead. Ran away, hid in a shed. Staying here tonight and go to bed. Continue with my journey I tread. Got home and got fed. My name is not fed. Winter comes and then I sled. Could have been better. But as I said, I'm white. So come on.
Jesus Christ.
That's horrible. Yeah, that's horrible.
I didn't write it. Just so everybody's aware.
Yeah. But what song does that remind me of? It reminds me of a song I can't think.
How bad of a song was this?
Oh, it reminds me of the end of Homicide by Logic.
Oh, I do like that song. Shit.
Yeah. So the very end, when it's like nonsense words that rhyme together, is what that reminds me of.
Yeah, no, none of it really goes together. It doesn't really make any sense. Oh, God. I'm going through the thread right now, trying to find. Should I read this now? It's his Lucky Lady Lottery prizes to be won. The Bachelor.
Oh yeah.
All right, so this is his thread, and it was posted in 2015. Hey ladies, are you feeling lucky? I know this posted in the fun and game section, but I can assure you that love is no game for me. I've been in the game for 24 years and I haven't had a single hit. Don't let that discourage you. So did he just admit to being a 24-year-old virgin? I mean, whatever. I'm not going to make fun of someone for being a 24-year-old virgin. I just don't get why you're trying to get women to be into you.
I have a hard time believing he's a virgin. No, that dude fucks. That dude fucks.
But that's what that means, right? That's what he was implying.
Yeah, that drop panties right there.
I may lack the experience, but I know how to treat females properly. Dude, the fact that you're calling them females. Well, like, hey, I've been saying females this whole time because I'm trying to get in that incel mindset, you know?
Didn't Fidel Cashflow send you a little something today?
Oh, he did. I'll do that after this. There's still more to this.
Because that kind of ties into this.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I know how to treat females properly. The point of this is sort of like The Bachelor. Once 10 females sign up, I will give them a series of tasks that they will need to do to impress me. Oh, God. Each task will be graded on a point scale from 1 to 5. You will not get eliminated from this competition. What? The lady with the highest amount of points will become my waifu. So this, and then after that, it says, after this, it says about me. I'm just a normal, introverted, yet classy 24-year-old male. I have been self-practicing martial arts for, I have been that's a key word right there. I have been self-practicing martial arts for the past 4 years, and I gave myself a black belt as I have improved vastly. He gave himself a black belt? I don't think you could give yourself a black belt, bro. To go along with martial arts, I have also been collecting some weapons, such as katanas, daggers, shurikens, etc., so you know that you can count on me for protection. Okay, I had to get through that quickly because somebody needs to get this guy's weapons away from him. This man should not be allowed to own weapons of any sort.
Hey, okay. I am about the most pro Second Amendment.
I am pro gun as well. So yeah, even this guy though should not have it.
The biggest anti-red flag law guy you could probably find, and somebody needs to call the authorities on Dwight Schrute.
Oh my God. I practice strong moral beliefs, not just because of martial arts, but because I'm a nice guy. I enjoy to watch anime, horror films, and My Little Pony. I need
that surprises me. That honestly shocks me that he likes 1 anime and 2 My Little Pony. That shocks me. I am shocked.
I didn't know that. Are those contradicting things? I don't know.
No, I'm being sarcastic. Like that.
Well, this guy is just so freaking wild, dude. I think sarcasm might actually be hard to pick up during this talk.
Somebody, I can't remember who it was today. Somebody was telling me that they honestly, and I'm not making any accusations here. I'm not, because I have no proof. I'm just reporting what somebody told me today. That they honestly think that the person who wrote a lot of this super cringe shit from back in like 2017, 18 sold their account to somebody that has made it into like an absolute just parody of the, weeaboo nice guy character.
Dude, I don't know. I mean, if they've got, they've got the proof, sure, but I'd have a hard time believing it because I can completely connect the dots of somebody that's written this shit 5 years ago, writing what he just did a couple days ago. For sure.
Yeah, but I mean, it's so over the top. Like, and maybe my faith in humanity is just, I don't know. It's kind of shit right now, but like, it's hard for me to believe that this is a real person.
It is.
But they prove themselves just to be a piece of shit person every time they post something. It's like every time they post something, it is you think that's the cringiest stuff I've ever read, and then he posts again a couple weeks later. And then the community bashes him for it, and he goes back into his mom's basement for a little while longer, and then eventually comes back out. And then this time he came out with a DB shoved up his ass.
Well, okay,
Zanny's ass, or Zanny was shoved up his ass. I don't know the
combination of how I think this is the good what's it called? I'll finish this one, and then after this we'll do Fidel Cashflow's Trust Me Bro source on him. And then we'll talk about the confusion between the buttholes. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. So then he ends the about me by saying, "I need a classy yet sophisticated young woman whom," now he says woman, okay, "whom I can share my interests with." And the prizes, the first prize, it's a good prize. It's him. He is the first prize. The second prize is a whopping $5 million. $5 million. Third prize is $3 million. Fourth prize is apparently various cash prizes throughout the competition. So
neat.
Yeah.
I could buy 8 Xanax. Neat.
All right. So now this is Fidel. This is Fidel Cashflow had this to say about him. Again, we here at Torn Underground, we could not independently fact check what Fidel Cashflow said here, so you're gonna have to take it with a grain of salt. The source is Trust Me Bro, so just keep that in mind. But this is also the only positive thing I have gotten about this guy. So I figured, so therefore no one can say this episode was one-sided, because here I am sharing the one positive thing we received about him. So this is what he had to say. He won't date fat chicks because he has a 9-inch cock. His name is Neil in real life, and they call him 9-inch Neil. He is an expert sword master with both his hands and his third leg. One time, he fended off 3 bandits assaulting a woman while armed with just a fedora and a My Little Pony celestial action figure. He used his patented dick slap move to easily dispatch the final enemy after smothering the first with his fedora and knocking out the other with his action figure. He then took the woman out for dinner at Applebee's and would have given her the time of her life, but she was unfortunately 10 pounds over his standards. He's still a nice enough guy to go halvesies with her. So again, don't know if that's true. So just take.
It sounds
so
legit.
You know.
I think that was an Applebee's recent commercial. Like, I think that they used that in their advertising campaign.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's what that song is about, right? Fancy Like? Yeah. That's about him. That's about him with his date. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so now time for what I think is what really everybody wants to know. What butthole, whose ass was the dirty bomb in? And I will say this. Okay, this is what I think. I think he just missed the line. So what I think is what the happened here was he shoved the dirty bomb up Xanti's ass, and then he shoved Xanti up his own ass, and then shat Xanti, who contained the dirty bomb, in Xanti's own ass onto PTHQ. I think that's what happened.
Here's why I disagree. The picture evidence shows him shatting out the dirty bomb straight on headquarters. So I just think he likes big bomb shoved up his own ass. Like, hey, I'm not going to kink shame. I may kink ask why, but I'm not going to kink shame.
Oh, I guess you're right. Because actually, I was about to say, like, but bro, it doesn't show the dirty bomb. It does show the dirty bomb. I'm looking at it now. Shit.
It does.
And it doesn't have shit anywhere on it, though. Does
Yeah, I was going to say the dirty
that?
bomb is clean, is suspiciously clean. Like he
Yeah.
probably douched as an asshole before shoving it up there.
Oh God, that's exactly why I'm marking this episode explicit.
Like he has experience with putting stuff or things in his ass.
It is clean.
So it's spick and span clean.
Counterpoint. It's not the actual photo of it happening. That is a possibility. I can't prove that it's not. Oh shit.
Yeah.
No pun intended by this shit.
This is why you bring Conspiracy Sporky onto your podcast.
That's right. And if there's one thing that I've seen heavily in this thread, it's people being confused about whose ass the DB is in. It has definitely been a huge point of discussion in this thread.
I think the ass-to-ass theory is kind of funniest, but in reality, I don't think there's anything like too intricate about it. I think he just shoved it up in his own ass. And he doesn't say anything about using any lube, any spit.
Dude, he doesn't need the lube.
Just pure determination is all he used.
It's almost like that
pure determination.
it reminds me of John Wick. It is a man of pure determination and sheer will.
He hate fucked his own ass with the DB.
Oh fuck! Oh no! So where was Zanty then? If he shoved the dirty bomb up his own ass and shit it onto PTHQ, where was Zanty?
Well, let's go back to the story. I mean, he gave us the story, right?
Right.
So let me hit back real quick because I have my trusty iPad Pro with me, so I can reference. I want to bring the receipts, so I want to make sure we have the references here.
Right.
But let's go back to page 1 of the infamous thread. So to me, it says Zanny's on the ground sobbing, says okay, begs for his 100K. And then at that point, to me, Dead just forgets about Zanny and like hate fucks his own ass with the DB and then flies.
Yeah, jumps. The wolf can fly. As somebody did point out, that's something that we just all kind of skipped over. The wolf can fly.
Or
we're just accepting that.
Posed in a football center position. I'm guessing he plays for the Browns. I don't know.
Can he fly, or did he just ride the dirty bomb as it was shot?
That's true. That could have been what happened there. It was just kind of like he acted like he just flew.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Eat my shit.
Which is, again, that bomb was very, very clean, so there's no shit to be at. 8.
Clean ass, apparently.
The worst part about that dirty bomb was the story.
So, you're in PT Family, right? That's the one you're in?
Yep. Yeah.
So how would you say everybody reacted within PT Family being in there?
Everybody, almost word for word was, who bombed us? Dead. Who the fuck's that?
Well, okay.
Literally.
The reason that's funny.
Even Zanny was like, fuck, who is this guy? He couldn't even remember. Like,
oh my God.
That's how just insignificant the interaction was.
Bro, like, this has been this guy's like weeks. This is all he's been thinking about in his mom's basement. He's just been like, oh, PT.
And none of us have ever thought about him. Like we've been living in his brain rent free. And like when it happened, nobody knew who he was.
Oh my God. That's kind of sad.
Like his
if he wasn't such a
sexual
piece of shit, I'd feel bad.
Yeah, I don't feel bad at all. His sexual weird fan fiction about Zanny, and Zanny didn't even remember who he was. That's the funniest part to me.
Oh, I'm looking at your profile pic right now. You got the Black Templars, which is 40K. Love Warhammer 40K. Taking down a furry.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Have you watched Flash Gets? Do you know what that reference is?
I don't think so. Shit.
I have to send you the link then. So there is a YouTuber that is an animator named Flash Gets, and he does some really, really funny stuff. But he has a whole furry eradication series where it's like Warhammer
heretics.
40K. Yes, and it's so good.
Oh God.
I'll have to send you the link to it. It's freaking art. It's so good.
It sounds like it.
So that's what that's from. That's one of the Black Heretics from the furry eradication series of videos on Flash Gets' channel.
That's amazing and very fitting for this.
Yeah, it is. And I've even had other people contact me. They're like, in honor of this, they change their profile pics to something similar too. And so like there's this whole movement of furry eradication.
Black Templar. I love it.
Yeah. And so I don't want anybody listening to think that I have anything directly against furries. I don't. But this dude makes furries look bad. Like, I don't like furries. I don't dislike furries. I don't care. You know, what you do, I'm very libertarian. What you do in your life is your business. As long as it doesn't hurt somebody else and it doesn't break any laws.
And he is hurting people. That's right.
Yeah, and that's my point. Is he is hurting people. He is a predator.
And we don't mean that by the DB that he dropped. We don't. That has nothing to do with the dirty things this guy does.
That was the biggest waste of a dirty bomb. And he's bitch ass porn out too. Like, he's got like $2 billion net worth.
Yo, for the low price of your entire fucking net worth, you can mildly inconvenience PT Family's 100K chain.
Yeah, I mean, it basically took us. The chain went from being 5.5 days to, or it would have been under 5 days. We would have been done in under 5 days. And
which is insane as fuck.
Yeah, no, seriously. Side note.
and we can talk about the 100K if y'all want to, but yeah. So I mean, it basically added 12 hours, maybe. Like Warren calculated, 12 to 14 hours, maybe. And even then, with that, it's still going to be very, very hard to beat that. I mean, I think it could be done, but it's going to be tough for a faction to beat that record.
Yeah, I almost want to take a step back and just make sure, because I want to make sure I talk about this. This guy is saying how you may have noticed my profile pic has been in rage mode. So this guy has different like modes of profile pics of how he's feeling.
So I mean, that says something.
Cute innocent version of me, enraged version of me, the real me. Oh my God.
And I mean, also in that same sentence that you just said, he is saying that basically he thinks that people are just watching his profile.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he's saying, like, I'm sure you've noticed. Like,
no one noticed, bro. No one did.
No, nobody did. Nobody that was even involved with his revenge porn even remembered who he was for the first, I don't know, little bit at least.
Oh my God. And because this is a 31-year-old guy that we're talking about. So that's the reason why I'll share this part of me, right? To just kind of like really set it in how weird that is. When I was I was probably around like 16 years old. Because as I said, I've been playing Torn since I was 14. And so probably around 16 is when I had, and I didn't use it for long, but I had 2 different profile pics. One would be while my faction was warring, one would be while my faction was training. And I was 16. Okay, this is a 31-year-old guy doing this shit. Like, it's cringy, man. What can I say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody has that. So I'm I love D&D, like Dungeons and Dragons. Have been playing my entire life. I'm mid-40s. I've been playing since I was like 15.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
And yeah, I love D&D. And so you have certain tropes when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons. You have like everybody meets in a tavern and whatever. One of those is your edgelord. And I listen to a lot of YouTube. So if I make a lot of references to YouTube, I listen to a lot of freaking YouTube. And
Same.
There's a lot of really decent D&D story channels out there like Crick Crab and Den of the Drake and just some good ones. And it's always the cringe stories that they talk about always have the dark brooding edgelord sitting in a corner not talking to anybody, just looking at everybody under their brow and just, you know what I mean? And this guy comes up like when you're a 15-year-old 10, 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old age D&D player, you always have. I'm guilty of having cringe lord level edgelord stuff when I was younger, and this guy just never grew out of it.
No, he did not.
Like, he's made it his personality, and that's a shitty personality to have. All the other stuff aside, all the predator level harassment stuff aside, like, Dad, if you listen to this, my guy, you need to get a personality that's not like edgelord. Like, this personality you have, the one you've adopted, isn't it, bro? It ain't.
It's time to grow out of it. Yeah. 31 years old is it's too old for this. It's too old for that. It really is. And like, if you actually do still live with your parents, I think it, like, talking from like a real place here, like it probably really would help you to move out, get a sense of independence, a sense of pride, in something real. Shower. Yeah. But to take it back,
doesn't smell like vinegar and regret.
Sorry. Okay. All right. I think after that, though, the best thing to, so again, people realize who the kind of person we're talking about here. Do you know that screenshot you have of him talking with Alexia Nicole, where he says like the whole blood bag thing?
Yeah.
Do you want to read that? Do you want to be Alexia Nicole and I will be dead, and I'll do it in a sweaty incel voice?
I don't want to do that again. No.
All right.
I don't want to do that.
TheFelan, do you want to be Alexia Nicole, or should I be both? I can do both parts. I can do it.
You've seen Tombstone, right? Like the movie Tombstone?
I don't know if I have.
God, you haven't seen Tombstone? I used to like you. You need to watch Tombstone. One of the best movies ever made. Anyways, Val Kilmer playing Doc Holliday, just perfect casting, great movie. Anyways, so at one point in the movie, he says, "My hypocrisy only goes so far. My level of cringe only goes so far. It only goes so far."
Fair enough. I have clearly no limit, so here we go. So, when I do it in the girl voice, I'm gonna be Alexia Nicole, and I'm not gonna try to like if any point it sounds like I'm making fun of her in this, that was not intended. This is completely on dead. Alexia Nicole, I don't know anything about them, but they're innocent in all this, from what I know. So, if it ever sounds like I'm making fun of her, that was not intended at all. So just keep that in mind while I go through this. So, when I do it in like kind of a girl voice. Yeah, when I do this in a girl voice, it's me being her.
Her and I have been friends for a while. She's a cool chick. She knows cool. I'm on the podcast tonight, so she's one of like 2 people I told.
Gotcha. All right, here we go. You know what? I think I'm just gonna do her voice in my own. I'm not gonna try to do a girl voice and for it. I'm just gonna do my own voice. So when you hear like a regular voice, I'm Alexia Nicole here. I consider that harassment, but Bogey said it's not bad enough, and no one would believe it anyways. He's gone around a block trying to get someone else to contact me, and that person was banned, and he was warned. So this is
was her. This
talking
was her
to you.
No.
Or somebody else.
She copy and pasted. She copy and pasted what she sent to Sugar.
Oh, okay. So this is her talking to Sugar Valves.
Yeah, this is what she sent to him.
Okay.
Today.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So I consider that harassment, but Bogey said it's not enough, and no one would believe it anyways. He's gone around a block trying to get someone else to contact me, and that person was banned, and he was warned. So now she quoted Dead saying, I bet you're... I gotta do in sweaty incel voice. I bet you're a fat chick, LOL. There's other guys that will still date you, but I am not one of them. And then she said, I'm married, asshole. And then Dead said, sorry, hun. Then she said, and I'm not in... Wait, sorry. No, this is her saying, and I'm not interested. And then Dead said, you seem mad that I don't like fat girls. Then she says, enjoy the bounties. Dead says, okay, enjoy some more deep fried Oreos. I checked your profile pics out. You're actually cuter than I thought. What the fuck?
Yeah,
oh my God.
So she used to have her face on her profile pics. And in this, you have to remember, this has been like this has been going on for a long time.
Oh,
a long
God.
time.
Jesus.
Like multiple years, long time. And so, and this is what ties into what's at the bottom of his profile, Sig. And so he paints a very different picture of her flirting with him, and then him, basically saying no or whatever. So this is the root of the entire problem with her and him.
Well,
and he cyber stalked her for a long time and harassed her for a long time. And they may have put some bounties on him. I don't know how many it was. They were 100% deserved, but she just finished clearing out 400 bounties on her.
Jeez.
that were paid through Bounty Depot. And then prior to that, there was like another 300. So, and there was more before that. I mean, he has put easily 4-digit numbers of bounties on her.
Right. Well, I will say this, because I want to make sure everybody knows exactly how I stand on this. If we're going to cover something like this, I want to speak my mind about how I feel about this kind of stuff. Even if she did flirt with him before obviously all this kind of stuff happened, even if she did flirt with him, she has the complete right as her own person to not end up not feeling the same way and not want any contact with him, even if she flirted with him.
Yeah, nobody owes anybody a thing in this game or life, or anywhere.
Life, yeah.
Nobody owes.
Exactly.
Yeah, nobody owes anybody anything. So if she did, she did. I don't think she did, my personal opinion, but I may be a little biased in that opinion. But that said, even if she did,
right, it doesn't matter.
Him nothing. Yeah,
owes him nothing. And so here we go here. And so then she says, this is still, her talking to Sugar Valves. So this is her pasting an event. You were sent, oh God, this is this part. So this is an event she got. You were sent a big box of chocolate bars from Dead. You were sent a dozen roses from Dead. And then you were sent a blood bag O positive from Dead with the message, fresh blood from me. I want you to use it so it's inside of you.
That's the shit murderers say before they break into a girl's house. And then
that's fucking weird, bro.
Yeah.
And then sent another one saying, I want you to use my blood. Fuck, man. That's fucked.
if his mom heard this and she was like, "Yeah, he killed cats as a kid," that would not surprise me.
Yeah. Yeah. None of this is okay. That's harassment.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's 100% harassment. And so I've known this stuff for years. And I've told a couple of people about the mountain of evidence that says this dude's a piece of crap. But I've never talked about it publicly because, one, I knew I'd get in trouble. Because I will stick my foot in my mouth and say something that'll catch me a forum ban. I guarantee it when it comes to this stuff. I mean, you and I were both in CR, or I was at one point, and so we had that issue with Prof. And your
you mean
sister.
what's it called? JFA 2.0.
Oh, was it JFA?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, okay. For some reason I was thinking it was CR. So yeah, it goes back to JFA 2.0 time period, and hold on. And so sorry. So yeah, so we had that issue with that guy Prof with your sister, and him saying some really inappropriate shit about your family. And I mean, we took care of business. Honestly, I think we made the dude quit, if I remember right.
Oh yeah, he quit. If he ever came back, he never said to anybody who he was.
Was that the guy that HCOM and I? No, that was Trader. Never mind. That we played the bounty game with. But anyway,
he definitely got bountied.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did, and he gave that half-assed apology. But I mean, you know how I feel about this stuff, and so, I've had this evidence, but I've never said anything publicly because I knew I'd get in trouble. Sorry, I had to I have ADHD, and every now and then my mind will go off tracks, and it takes a second to get it back on the rails. But so
no worries, bro.
Until this DB came up, this has given me the opportunity to publicly talk about this dude, so everybody can see what a piece of trash he is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm letting his chats, his posts,
speak for themselves.
His actions speak for themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I actually got a anonymous letter here, so this will be a good time to go into that.
Yeah.
So as I said,
you had told me about
I'm
that,
not the
so
biggest. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of anonymous mails, of course, but I think in this situation, it's completely fine that it's anonymous. So they said, so Dead is a character. The strangest of the forum posts he made today was not an anomaly. I know because I have, unfortunately, been subjected to having to interact with him in the past. He made what was an objectively bad suggestion in the forums, and I called him out on it. Much to his displeasure, he kept escalating and eventually got into my direct messages, which is where I learned everything he says is in character as a fucking furry. His threats involve saying his tail went erect. Sorry. Oh, God. As he bared his teeth and some other shit about showing his animal anus. Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
So he was trying to talk about his own anus as if it's like an animal's? Fuck, bro.
He's got worms. You and I both know he has
worms. He definitely has worms, bro. Oh, no. Look, man, I try not to kink shame, but I ended up blocking him because I did not consent to expose to that shit. I called the guy a few choice expletives, blocked, dropped 20 bounties, and went on with my life. Crazy to think, with just a bit more escalation, this could have been me in the nuclear fallout. Who knew an unhinged furry had the money for a DB?
And there was that whole thread with how he got the money and everything.
How did he get the money? I have no idea.
So that got questioned by, what's her name? I can't remember. My mind just went blank. anyways, he got it through a couple of lucky, either poker or Russian roulette. It was gambling. It was through the casino.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and of course, so anytime, so a little inside baseball, like once we got the notification that it was going to happen, everybody wonders if Bogey's, dirty or legit, whatever. He never said anything to anybody. I mean, the second somebody hits prime, like he gets the notification that there's going to be a dirty bomb. So that way that gives him time to investigate the money, make sure it's all legit. So, I mean, the bomb was legit, so therefore the money that he bought it with was legit. So, I mean, however he got the money, I mean, he still got far more money than most players will ever get in this game. So, I mean, I'll like you said earlier, I'm not trying to be a downer on everything. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He did something that he got a shit ton of money. Good for him. He wasted it.
Yeah, he did. Fuck, he did. Oh,
I can't compliment him on his use of the money. Like if I would have done it, if I was him, I think I probably would have started a raid with his shit faction on us, and then did it. At least he gets the raid too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But yeah, so we know it was legit, but we, Bogey told us, like, after the bomb dropped and everything, he's like, yeah, I saw that was going to happen. And he's like, yeah, that gives me, when somebody hits prime, he gets the notification. That way he can verify the money is legit and everything. So, I mean, the money was legit, but he got it through the casino.
Right. Huh. Well,
but
good for him, I guess. Fuck.
Yeah, whatever. But the second we got the notification, we knew it was going to be on us. And admittedly, of course, the first people we thought it was going to be was Monarch. I mean, there were threats made prior to the chain. So, I mean, we knew it was coming from somebody.
Uh-huh.
We didn't think it was going to be from him. That was kind of funny.
A fucking furry.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing, is like, I think he expects there to be a far greater response of anger. Like, and it's more pity than anything. Like, we, for the most part, like, nobody spent really that much time in the hospital. And yeah, they missed some time on Halloween treats, and that sucks. But, and it's frustrating when we keep getting right up to that, number one spot, or get close to 12 mil or whatever in respect, and it just keeps setting us back. But it's not like we lost any meaningful upgrades. Like, when you're talking 11 to 12 mil respect, I mean, you have to drop a lot of bombs to really start affecting a faction's upgrades and perks. And I think y'all have covered that, like, on a past episode. If I remember right, y'all have talked about that. And it just takes a lot more than one stupid-ass bomb. And yeah, it's the biggest bomb in Torn history. I'm sure that won't last. I'm sure there'll be another one dropped on somebody. I mean, factions are getting more and more respect. And it's only a matter of time before somebody else eats one. I mean, it's the nature of the game.
Yeah, there's a reason Dirty Bomb, Natural Selection has a Dirty Bomb arsenal of a lot. I'll say that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dirty bombs. Well, and it's because it's basically like US versus Russia. It's deterrence. And because we will use dirty bombs. When it's the time is right.
Yeah. And that's the thing about the game. And he gave me the advice, well, have fun getting the respect back. Well, I mean, that's the point of the game.
You already did. And you already did. Because you didn't drop the chain. Like that. It's already like his dirty bomb did fucking nothing. And also, he did it during the chain where it's like, if anything, you guys can just say, like, well, I mean, during the whole thing, we were collecting treats anyway. So we would have been attacking anyway.
Yeah.
And he ruined his account over it. It's a fucking waste.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, that's still, I mean, even that aside, I mean, that's the point of the game, is is if you're not having fun in this game, don't play.
Right. And I will give him that. That's like probably the one positive thing he gave to this game.
Oh, I'm not giving him that. I'm just making comment. Fuck that. I ain't giving him shit other than good job getting the 75 bill.
No, that's what I'm saying, because this whole thing is hilarious, dude.
What I'm saying is that he gave me the advice, we'll have fun getting the respect back. Well, yeah, we will. We'll have fun getting it back, because that's the point of the game.
Right. Okay. I get what you're saying
and
now.
then point number 2 is if I was his target, he missed. Because I wasn't in the hosp. I had a hazmat. So
I didn't know you had a hazmat. Good shit, bro. That was perfect.
So good job, I guess. I mean,
how long ago did you buy a hazmat?
I didn't say it was mine. I just said I had one.
Oh, so you were one of the people that they lent one of them to?
Yeah. Plus, I mean, I got a lot of good friends who have hazmats.
Oh, because you're not a weird person and burn every bridge, and you're cool to people and talk to people like a normal person. Okay.
Right. And that's the thing. Like I talk a lot of shit in the forums. Like I do.
Guilty.
I'm realistic about myself. I talk a lot of shit in the forums. And I have a lot of karma. I'm not number 1, but I have a lot of karma. A lot of that karma was based off the backs of Ed and Dude back in the day, talking shit to them. But if somebody actually takes the time to get to know me, like you have, like a lot of JFA has, or NS Now, or PT, or CR, or any of the other factions, and it drives Xanty nuts. Like I like Xanty. He's one of the best dudes I know in this game. I really appreciate him. And it drives him nuts that I'm friends with a lot of kind of rival faction people.
Right.
And so he's made comment that it kind of drives him nuts that I'm friends with so many people outside of PT. But the thing is I've made friends in every faction I've been to. And those are friends I've kept and friends I still talk to. And there's 2 people in this game that know my identity out of game. They know my name. They know stuff about my personal life. There's 2 people. And so I've made real friendships in this game. I'm really fortunate and glad I found this game. But that's the kind of person I am. I mean, that's what's cool about being on the show. I mean, I hit you up a couple weeks ago. I'm like, yeah, if you want me to come on the show, we can talk about whatever. And then this came up, which this has been fun. But when people get to know the real Uncle Sporky, like I'm a cool guy. Like I would rather make friends with people than make enemies. And this dude would rather role play a douche and then be a real life asshole and not make friends. And so, I mean, we're 2 very different people. Like there's nothing that could ever be done that would be like, yeah, I forgive Dead for being a piece of shit.
Right.
It has nothing to do with the DB. That has nothing to do with the DB. I'm not even salty about that. I'm really not. Like we finished the 100K. I got my new honor bar. Got it displayed. So like I have no anger about the DB at all. He's just a piece of shit because he's a piece of shit.
Right. But there you go about making friends basically, because you are a good guy. What's it called? We've still been cool after not being in the same faction for at this point a long time. We haven't, because we were in JFA 2.0 together, and so we haven't been in the same faction together since that. So that would mean ever since natural section has been a thing.
No, because I was in NS2 for a while. Like I was in NS2.
It's hard to remember, honestly, because it's like if I remember from it, it's like was that JFA 2.0 or natural section? You know what I mean?
No, I was with Jay. So remember when we were? I don't remember what we were doing. We were chaining, and we got hit by like back to back. Remember the fuck Rhino bombs?
Yeah,
do you remember?
Yeah, I do.
The ones that got reversed.
Yep.
Yeah. So I left NS2 like right after that, like shortly after that, because of the reaction from leadership, and I was on leadership council at the time, and it's just I had a severe disagreement with how we were going to react to those, and that was before they got reversed. I was just like, fuck this, it's not worth it, and I left, and that's when I went to CR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So but yeah, so I was in NS2 for a while, and I'm still friends with like Stretch, and like I talk to Stretch on a pretty regular basis. So, and other guys from NS that were JFA, like even today, like Fidel, and I were kind of reminiscing about the JFA days and how much we missed it, and that's why I like PT so much, is because the culture at PT reminds me of JFA 2.0.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, it really does. Like, and that's why I will probably never leave PT. I love the culture at PT.
Man, though, JFA 2.0 really getting all the shout outs here because right before we recorded with you, we talked to Lily Pop about B3's 100K chain. And so obviously JFA 2.0 came up a few times because that is her heritage before she led this faction into where they are now.
Well, when you look at the beastiest of chainers in this game right now, they come from JFA 2.0.
Damn fucking right, bro. JFA 2.0.
Because and I felt it was funny. I didn't message her but I felt like messaging Amph and telling her how disgusted I was. And I had 100 or 1,005 hits in the 100K chain. So I hit my 1%, and I had 2 losses throughout 1,005 hits. But I hit some really shitty targets. Like, finding targets during Halloween's tough. And I have my enemy list that has my chain targets on there that's mostly like mission targets and whatever, that gives me that sweet 3.0, fair fight multiplier. And Fairman would have been very disappointed in my chaining performance because I was hitting, she would have been, I could hear Spork clean that shit up. I could hear it in my mind because I was hitting some shitty ass targets. I really was. Like, there's a lot of people if you go down the Hall of Fame, and all I was doing was going down the Hall of Fame. I was just hitting the Hall of Fame pages. And yeah, I was hitting some crappy ass targets. So if you're in the Hall of Fame on like pages like 9,000 to about 11,500, I may have hit you, and I apologize, but it went towards the greater good. But yeah, I was a little ashamed of my performance because I think my average respect was still only like a little bit over 5, so it wasn't great.
Right.
I just wanted to get my hits off.
Hey, just to make sure we end this the correct way, I think I should do it with some dead quotes. Are you ready?
Oh, are we gonna go off that? Oh, and I'm only, because of that JFA stuff, I'm only 8,000 shy, 7,000 shy of my 100,000.
Oh fuck, dude! Like, I'm not even at 7. Yeah. I'm close to 75K. God damn you!
Yeah, I'm like 8,000 short of 100K to getting that Capo award. So I'm almost there. So yeah, let me. Speaking of Amph, yeah, let's go to that old school trading post thread.
Oh wait, is
that the one you're talking about?
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay. I was gonna say I can send you the link if you need me to.
Is it Lewis? Was that his old name? Or no, there's Dead in there too.
No. Lewis was the conversation between him and Dead. I just messaged you the link to that thread.
Oh, okay. I was just messed up with where my links were. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So you want it as well?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm on
so
there.
Do you want to go for tit for tat? I read one, you read one, and then we do that until we get through it.
So yeah, and so this thread goes back to the JFA 2.0 days, and this was one of Amp's better trolls. Like, this was so good. And the premise behind it, because I know everybody can't see it, was we took a bunch of dead quotes, and I'll read the top of the thread. Ara says, so it says, "Hello everyone. I've decided to open up my quote book to you lucky individuals and allow you to utilize my quotes for the greater good. Please note that these quotes are mine and mine alone, and if you wish to use them, you must give me credit. Here are the quotes you may choose from. PM me if you're interested."
We're using them.
We are selling these quotes, and we've added on. Like, if you look through, it's only 4 pages long. It's not a long thread, but you'll see where we've added more quotes on over the last 4 years.
Oh no. Hold on. I'm going to send it to you, TheFelan. This thread. So you can. What?
I said, all right.
You have not talked much this entire episode.
Well, I don't even know who this dude is. Like, I know nothing about him, so it's just a learning experience for me.
Okay.
We did plan on me basically being the facilitator of the episode as well. So we could actually, to get TheFelan more involved here, because I realize I haven't been opening it up much for him. We could go off every 3. You know?
And what's been good about just you and me talking like this, like old friends on the phone, is like I was kind of nervous, about doing this just because I do public speaking, I teach and everything, so I'm used to talking in front of people. But I don't know if you knew this, but the Torn community is fucking savage.
They are fucking savage, dude. I was so scared about making. That's why the first couple episodes were kind of like, you could tell we were nervous and kind of. It was, like, I didn't know how this was gonna go. I'm really happy with.
Yeah.
I've got support from pretty much every major faction. Like, it's amazing. I'm so happy. But yeah, no, I totally get where you're coming from, dude.
No, it's been the podcast has been good. So like, I'll take the time to say, like, I really compliment you and TheFelan on the podcast, because it's been enjoyable.
Thank you. I'm glad to have you a part of it now.
Yeah.
Joking about this fucking guy.
This guy.
This guy. Are you on the thread, Felon?
Yeah, I'm on there.
All right. So are you guys down to do like basically kind of popcorn through these quotes?
Just like rapid fire them through them?
So we could do the order is I'll start it out and then SporkMonkey go and then TheFelan go and do that kind of order.
Okay.
All right. You guys ready?
Oh, I get the true love one. Dear baby Jesus. All right. Go ahead.
You ready, Felon?
Yes, sir.
All right. You will regret betraying the one who you used to call friend.
True love doesn't exist. Love is just an emotion that tricks the brain for reproduction purposes. I feel dirty. I'm going to have to take a shower after this.
How can one become self-enlightened if they do not understand themselves?
Wow, that was
deep.
Deep.
Don't trust anything, not even yourself.
You know what? At least he's self-aware enough to know to not trust himself.
Oh, fuck, bro.
Life only rewards the undeserving.
Deep, bro.
Yeah, this is rewarding him because he's definitely deserving.
You think you could hurt me? Think again and choose wisely, as it may be your last choice.
Whoa there, gangsta.
Threats.
Whoa there, gangsta.
He's going to calm down. Up your ass. He's going to, if you don't do what he says, he's going to put something up his own ass.
Holy fuck. All right. Wait. Oh, I scrolled down. Okay, there we go. You shall not defy that of which you do not know.
You think you know me? Just get me irritated. Only then will you know the real me. Yeah, fair enough. He'll either DB you or just sexually harass you, one of the two.
Okay.
I think this one's about what we're doing right now. Laugh at me all you want, but I will have the last laugh.
Come at me, bruh. Fucking come at us, bro. Obviously, this is fucking TU saying we're not on your side here. So you can't fucking dirty bomb us, bro. You fucking can't.
We've been on the phone for an hour we've been on for about an hour and 15 minutes, and it's been an hour and 15 minutes of pure comedy gold. So
that's right. My intellect is more important than any woman. Oh, fuck. Okay, let me start off because that just threw me off guard. I didn't really know what I was reading. I just read it, and then it just ended up being like a terrible thing. So I'm going to restart. My intellect is more important than any woman. The mind is an incredible piece of history. What the fuck does that even mean? What the fuck does that mean?
I think I cut myself on that edge. You may be physically stronger than me, but I do have one muscle bigger than yours. Oh, God, is this his 9-inch? Neil, hold on. Let me start that over. You may be physically stronger than me, but I do have one muscle bigger than yours. It's far more important than any brawn you may possess. That muscle, my brain.
Do not think, do not act, only be within.
Somebody's closet as he watches them sleep. You there?
Yeah, I had to mute my mic for a second there.
Were you vomiting?
I had to shit my diaper. I didn't want everybody to hear that.
God, you're so sexy.
Which one was just read? Do not drink. Do not.
No, you're on the do not despair.
Oh, okay. As I said, I just had to shit my diaper. I'm not kidding. Do not despair. Do not regenerate. A brain is a magical talisman that can perform wonders. I don't fucking know what that means. I don't know what any of this means. I don't know what this means.
Well, here's some Yoda level stuff. Think thou shalt not. Trouble they cause. You must be worthy of such things.
That was
do
Yoda.
Not let greed, yeah. Do not let greed consume you. Or, I'm sorry, do not let greed consume your morals.
Oh, my God.
I admire its purity, a survivor, unclouded by conscious remorse or delusions of morality.
I'm going to skip some of these because these are some cheesy ass fortune cookie.
This is the things he said? This is some weird shit, man.
Yeah,
I didn't read all of these.
Let's get to the funnier ones. Let's get funny ones
all right.
Down below.
You skip down, and we'll start where you start.
Skip down. There's some cringe, some more cringe. Okay, 2 words. Ass mouth.
I could see that coming. Oh, yeah, it's TheFelan next up, right?
Yeah.
Did you find ass mouth?
Yeah. The next one is I've been in game for 24 years. Wait, what? I've been in the game for 24 years and yet haven't had a single hit. But don't let that discourage you. I may lack the experience, but I know how to treat females properly. Oh, that's from the one that you read before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where they pulled it from, huh? That's great.
That's where they pulled it from, yeah. Hold on, let me read this one. Hold on. Let me read this one. I'm going to skip you. No, sorry. Don't want people to think I'm gay. That is the whole thing behind this. That is his motivation. He doesn't want people to think he's gay. That's it. We figured it out.
Oh my god. And oh no.
Yeah, see, this is the kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah, I'm saying oh no at the next one. Yeah, okay, all right. Let me read this. Let me just get in. I'm an incel. I'm a fucking sweaty incel. Okay, I'm gonna read this. In Japan, the age of consent is 13. You thick-skulled fuck. I was educating you. Oh God. Oh, the implications there.
Yeah, and this was stuff he said in conversations.
Oh, Jesus fuck. Okay.
Can I rapid fire a couple of these?
Go for it.
All right. Does anal. Yes, oh mommy. Mommy. Does it harder. Mommy. Sex is harder.
All right. I'm sorry, everybody. If you could just burn whatever you're using to listen to this episode. If you are currently driving, we're going to need you to pull over. Do you know how to make a Molotov cocktail? We're going to make a Molotov cocktail and you're going to burn your fucking car. So I hope you're listening to this on something cheap because you have to destroy it.
Those were like 5 quotes. That wasn't one quote. That was like 5 different quotes. I'm trying to go down. There's been some updates. I'm trying to scroll. Should have been better prepared. Oh, there's some. Here's a question from Captain Clitoris. How much for does anal? Just throwing that out there.
That would be something Captain Clitoris would say. That makes sense. If anybody knows him. He's been gone a long time.
Oh, so on page 2, page 2, it'd be the fourth post from the bottom.
Okay, I think I'm there.
Yeah, the one from Dead.
These quotes are not for... Do you want to read it or should I read it?
Go ahead, read it in your Dead voice.
Oh, you want in the Dead voice? Or the sweaty incel voice?
The sweaty incel voice.
These quotes are not for sale. Some of these weren't even quotes. Remove this thread now. I demand you to return the cash and money to the people who have bought the quotes. My quotes are free to view. They are not something you can sell. You don't have permission to distribute my quotes. Some of those quotes have been a copyright, so I can very much take legal action. Even though you have been harassing me, I will be the bigger man and allow you to take the quotes down with no legal recourse. Failure to do so within 48 hours will leave me no choice but to contact my lawyers. Have a nice day. I'm hyperventilating, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah. So here's the thing about that is up until that post, nothing ever claimed they were from him. It didn't have his name. It didn't have these were said by so-and-so, and that's the joke to this entire thing. None of these quotes were attributed to him until he made that post.
Oh my
God.
Notice
2 things. He didn't deny any of them that he said them. In fact, he claimed them, including the 13-year-old quote.
Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Woo. As I said, burn whatever you're using to listen to this on. Burn it.
Yeah. If you can't find that thread and you want I have it saved on my subscribed thread so I can never lose track of that thread. If anybody wants the URL, just hit me up in game and I will be happy to send it to you for your reading pleasure.
Don't. Oh God.
So up until Oh, yeah. So I posted some new quotes about 3 months ago. I posted some new quotes for sale, 10 mil or best offer. You know what? My reputation bears bloodied fangs. Don't you ever call me a liar. You got that?
Oh, God. All right. I think, because, we don't want to do this forever.
Oh, we could. But yeah,
I
get
know.
where you're coming from.
We could. I think a good way to end this is I'm going to give everybody a special treat. And I'm not going to edit this at all. So how it goes is how it goes. As I said, we nailed it like the first time. I'm going to read the thread again. But this time, I want, because the felon didn't give us any ows. So I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it again, but I need you there with me, SporkMonkey. I'm gonna do Xanti's voice. I'm gonna do that part, but I need you to, like, when things hit, like, critical excitement and cringiness, I need you to give me
I'm gonna give you some ooh.
Yes.
I don't think a manly awoo is, like, appropriate. I think some, like, ooh is really what needs to go here. But let me get back to this.
Let me know when you're on it.
My feed is full of notifications from this thread. All right, go ahead.
All right. La ti ti ta ti ti ta. All right. Whew. I'm sure many of you have noticed my profile pic has been in rage mode for a few weeks. There's a good reason for it. Xanti and his faction thought they could threaten and bully me. However, his threats were empty. You do not mess with somebody like me. You threaten me. You damn well better back it up, or else you'll end up regretting it tenfold. After Dead was bullied for nearly a week straight, he had reached his breaking point. He knew something had to be done. Xanti and his faction thought they could bully him due to their mass amount of wealth and strength, but they were wrong. Dead thought of a plan to get his revenge and hopefully make the bullies think twice before harassing someone that's innocent.
Ooh.
Fuck. As Dead walked out of his house, his mother concernedly said, "Dead, what is wrong, my dear?" Dead replied, "Nothing, mother. There is something important that must be done. You may never see me again." She shook. "You're my only son, Dead. What do you mean?" Dead replied, "I need to do this. This is for the future of the city. I need to set an example and show what the defenders of justice is all about." Dead rushes at the door, and before his mother can stop him, Dead transforms outside of his house so his mother does not have to see the terrifying being her son has just become. He approaches Xanti, looking down at him. "Remember me?" Dead said in a demonic voice with a twisted smile. Xanti stutters, No. "Well, I'll make sure you never forget me, punk." Dead begins to laugh like the Joker, uncontrollably. Xanti gets on the ground and exposes his soft belly. Please don't do this," said Xanti. Dead snatched back in a deep demonic voice. "Get up! You look like a pathetic fool! You're supposed to be Torn's top faction leader. Act like one." Xanti slowly gets up from the ground and begins to sob a bit and says, "Okay." Xanti regains some of his composure and says, "Please, Mr. Dead, don't do this. My faction has been working so hard to get the fastest 100K chain Please don't do this. Dead sighs and says, don't beg me like a sniveling child. Man up. Ooh. You have made a mistake messing with me, and now your faction will be paying for it. Dead is getting infuriated with Xanti's pleas, so he knocks out Xanti's and shoved the dirty bomb up his big ass. Dead flies above PT's family location and squeezes the bomb out of his ass and says, eat my shit. You have done this to yourselves. And scene.
And scene.
Wow.
And woo.
Wow.
If that's not the way to end this episode, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
It's just bookends of cringe.
Oh God, yeah.
Just bookends of cringe.
I gotta say, SporkMonkey, I think this was the correct episode for you to make your debut appearance on Torn Underground.
Yeah, you know, I'd be happy to come back anytime and just like whatever if you need somebody to make y'all look good, you know, physically, emotionally, whatever.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh God.
Yeah, anytime. It was a blast.
Sounds good, man. No, this was a great time. Honestly, the time flew by for real. You know, we're sitting at an hour and 30 minutes here. Holy shit. Fuck.
Hopefully everybody else has the laughs that we did. Like, I mean, here's the thing. If we amused ourselves, then I don't see it as a waste of time.
Exactly.
If other people they're amused too, then great. I'm glad we could give you some chuckles. Like, at the same time, like, it's funny, but there's the whole predator aspect, so be careful. Here's the thing is if anybody, and this isn't even necessarily about Dead, is if somebody is harassing you, legit harassing you in this game, contact the admins, tell somebody and let them know, so that way it can get taken care of. I would hope that it would. I know it necessarily always hasn't, because there's a lot of anecdotal stories where it hasn't been taken care of, and I get that. But saying nothing is worse than trying to say something and trying to get it taken care of.
Right. Well, burn, as I said, seriously, this is the end of the episode. Burn whatever you're listening to it on. Just burn it. I don't care if it's your fucking car. Burn it.
Yeah, because if you don't, you're probably going to be on a watch list, especially if you're in the U.S. Chris Hansen's on your way to your house. The ATF is on your way to your house. Homeland Security wants to have a chat with you, all because you know something about Dead.